ozzy and elllement both very low. keloqz still hasn't been spotted up close. They don't even clear him. keloqz is able to farm up too. And here comes the short push, trying to capitalize on what their teammate had already managed to do. But elllement returning those kills, leave this in, look, it's in somewhat of a clutchable situation. But with ozzy on 8 HP, it's essentially a 1v3.
And Meddo's just waiting for this, trying to isolate the battles, but he misses the shot. Looked like a freebie onto Chihuahua. And Mo, you said it was clutchable. Well, they've got an afterplant.
Yeah, and although ozzy's 8 HP, he has got stars. If he can just get out of here, already placing the one, but getting over to long will be hard. It's actually a stun, Gravwell, and an attempt to make a play. But with only Chihuahua left alive, it was far too easy for G2 to close that one out. Their wings are covered. They know they cannot be flanked. They're going to drone out a short, push B, and then if players come up through C long. But the problem is, it was all supposed to be a sneaky play to get those C players in undetected. Instead, the spike's being dropped, and these players now run into a stack. They're going to use their utility to divvy up the side as best they can, but what happened there? AvovA had no idea where he was. Meddo trying to buy the time. The clock was so low, but the plan will just about come in for XL. They need to rush forward to stop it, and keloqz gets caught trying to do so. nukkye alone pulls it into the 1v1. He's even spotted Mo, and he'll take him down. Oh my god, it's a close round, but G2 coming in with just one rifle end up with a third round. Yeah, you do not want to be losing that third round coming in when you get the rifles, but somehow they've come into this one and picked up a bunch of frags. Okay, Meddo in a little bit of trouble. But they're going to completely divert their gaze, not looking at the C side anymore, but moving into B in the late round. Well, compared to how fast this one's been. And in fact, possibly the play all the way through to A. No, they are going to plant B right side and then push into A to gain that post-plant control, leaving a little lurk inside of mid as well. This is a really tough round for G2 to get back into.
And I think it's just got a little bit worse. The Cosmic Divide is going to allow them just to almost hold them back that little bit further. Chihuahua spites check, but he still manages to land the headshot eventually. Hoody just needs a stray bullet to get this kill, and somehow Chihuahua has wasted just that little bit of extra time. Again, they're going to need nukkye to do some damage, but that Rolling Thunder is still available. It seems like, though, they've realized the clock's just too far. They're going to save it.
Yeah, that's all you need. Oh, that Rolling Thunder. What a round to commit it in as well when G2 don't have that much to work with. I mean, it's a tough one to deal with. Luckily, though, there's not really been anything found for XL with it. They will clean house right afterwards. Oh, my God.
They countered it. Like, G2 used their own one.
Player standing.
They were fully invested into this round. I'm quite surprised, like, considering you didn't have really anybody there to defend it other than Meddo in the corner with a pistol.
But they're going back, they'll be caught by the op on the way, but said it's going to be up close against nukkye, and elllement wins that fight.
keloqz, even getting one and getting out of there would be a decent success, but he's not going to be able to. They've left Chihuahua there a few times, and I'm liking it. That almost seems like a direct counter to the way that keloqz likes to play. It's just not allowing anyone to wrap around, because most of the time he's not even watching towards the spawn, checking that direction. And while AvovA, he's now left 1v2. Another clutch to come up, and it's not far away. Doesn't quite manage to correct the aim in time.
G2 are going to know that, but they're sticking around here. Astrostar going down in heaven and towards the spawn will lock them out of the sight. Cosmic Divide from G2 to get back in. ozzy's down. Elllement needs to go big, and he only gets one. Oh, this is dangerous. A 3 versus 2, and only 10 seconds left to make this happen. paTiTek goes through the wall, and he needs to be so careful with that spike. 6 seconds remaining. Hunter's Fury for the tag, and hoody has gone down to it. It's a 1v2, and Chihuahua has a chance tucked in the corner now. G2 are going to wait to get back in here. They've got to let nukkye rotate in with just sheriffs. This is not going to be an easy fight. Chihuahua's repositioned as well. It's a nasty angle, and it's cleared by nukkye on the way through. 4 enemies and a teammate. It's almost an ace. This could be a big round for the attackers, and they're going to start it with a Hunter's Fury deployed by Mo. That was on the basis of a Gravwell after the drone had spotted and not tagged him. That is kind of crazy. paTiTek's caught, trying to get out. Meddo was undetected. Elllement, who had dashed in just a moment ago, is being cleaned up by Meddo. And okay, they're right back into it. This is a quick flip on the round as XL should now be getting a plant.
That's the round of ciphers. First Meddo coming through with a triple, a couple back from Chihuahua, and now it's into these clutch situations. Once again, attempting to try and find the wall bank through the box, but Chihuahua's got another. It's left on to keloqz, trying to bring this one back, and he's found himself the first. Just one man standing in his way, and he reads it correctly. This man has definitely had his doubters over the last week or so, but that's a big clutch for G2. There's so little time. I was about to say, this has to be the Rolling Thunder. AvovA's just going to try and sit in the back, but he's already been executed. A stun through to try and force Meddo off the angle, and paTiTek finds him as well. A great execution out from the side of XL. While ozzy is going to get the plant down, keloqz already finding a trade, and the ping actually gives hoody another kill. This is starting to fall apart for XL. A retake that comes through in a matter of seconds.
A real reality where we're almost at the end of things now. If one or two clutches go the other way. Here comes ellement, though, in towards the site. My God, this guy's full steam ahead in the final round. But he's not going to find anything until he goes using the operator like a shotgun, and now getting pressured from every side. keloqz goes down, leaving Meddo alone, and that was a chaotic round if ever I've seen one.
While I was just talking smack.
I don't know how they managed to catch that during the absolute chaos. Element's down 2. XL losing a lot of players here. They don't want to kick off this pistol round with a loss. They've only just managed to equalize the scoreline. We're into a 5v3. Look at how low a lot of these G2 players are, though, Tom. Just a couple of bullets needed. But it would have had to be an ace from paTiTek, with every player of G2 surviving to him, purely because he's a man that puts up the numbers. Again and again, shock dart in, not going to land on the players, and a wide swing after Patty's flash gets them a triple. Fantastic opening for XL into this buy round. That's not ideal. Caught on the way back. It's now into a 2v3. And look at Meddo. He's going to go get that rifle, or at least he's going to try.
The only player they really have to worry about at this point is going to be Chihuahua. And they're trying to see if there's any utility left to bait out. We know that ozzy's there. Chihuahua just jumps down, though. That's so unnecessarily risky. The other two players are a little bit far away, and now Meddo is ready and waiting, and he's going to get the call out on the final two. What has just happened there from XL? They completely crumbled.
Well, here we go. I guess time's on their side at least. Gonna lead to some panic from XL as they push through. That smoke still up. Recon through, halfway diffused already. There's the reveal. Nobody answers up on the back of it. Oh my God! Elllement is really going ham with a 3K to close that out. No scoping, classicing, and honestly, with an operator saving the damn round, that was impressive. And XL are sort of pushed back into a very defensive hold. Cam now spotting them making their way through. Where's the reaction from Chihuahua? What's he going to do? It looks like he wants to jump through that smoke. It's at least toying with the idea. His teammates now died on site, so here he goes. Chihuahua dropping down, eliminating hoody. Rolling Thunder comes through. ozzy still alive on the back. Sight's able to capitalize on one, and that is a great reaction from XL. Completely nullifying G2's push. Well, they're going to pop down their stars so they don't have to worry about it, and that should be a nice free take on the side. Okay, XL are running back in here. paTiTek leading the charge, and Tom, I mean, they're going one by one, staggering the push, support leading the charge. I am beyond confused, and it has not gone according to plan.
Yeah, Meddo will take that all day long. Thank you very much. Couple of free kills, and now ozzy left in.
Taking that back.
Wow. I don't want to say it's an impossible clutch, but it sure as hell looks like one. It gets the first in a 1v4, but there's still 3 standing. The remainder healthy as can be, and in a crossfire that doesn't give him a lot of space. He fakes out the smoke so that Meddo almost pushes into it to spot him, and he goes down. A nice attempt. Now tries to jump down. I thought for a second he was somehow gonna like Assassin's Creed.
Burst used up there as well, and they don't know about ozzy. That's big. Oh, he's even able for more. How is he still standing in the open? He shouldn't be allowed to get away with this. 5 versus 2, and G2 have completely crumbled in this round. Look at this. ozzy is just having an easy time.
30 seconds left.
keloqz, 1 versus 5. Like, any damage here would be great. He's already got his blade storm for the next round, so the rifle's not going to be the end of the world. And elllement, he wants to fight him. He's looking to just punch him out of the server at the end. It's going to be 11-9. XL fight back.
Eventually, he's going to realize that ozzy isn't coming from here. That's Probably going to be when that spike gets tapped. There's the smoke already down, the tap secured. AvovA sneaking his way through. It's already halfway. He's got to get his weapon out now. Into the smoke he goes, and he's waiting. When ozzy steps back in, it's like a magic trick. He looks away for a second, and when he goes back for the defuse, sat there waiting for him as AvovA. Wow.
In control. They've been making a move into the C site. The flank is currently being watched. This duel is everything, and nukkye wins it. Turns it back into a 3v3 situation. Rolling Thunder ready to try and hold in that after plant, and they're just going to fall all the way back. Mo also gets stunned up on the way through, just buying that little bit of extra time. And this time, well, AvovA does have stars.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help him out, running that clock down a little bit lower. Rolling Thunder to do much of the same. Stopping them completely. Nukkye answers up on it. Recon is through. Oh, this is just so good. There's the reveal. They even know where Element is, and in a 1v3, there is no way that this one's getting won. The shot connected, but 26 health left. No time. A stun up as well. Beautifully played. 13-9 as we close out map number 1. G2 take the lead.
It doesn't seem to be there at the moment. Only a solo star available for AvovA, and, well, it's also getting his teammates sectioned off. They're going to try and get a little bit more aggressive. The push from hoody, though, gets absolutely nothing, and they are being slaughtered one by one. It's left onto AvovA again, and this clutch, slightly more difficult than the one we've seen prior. It will be chiwawa who closes it out.
The angles. There's a lot of info play from G2, and you see they use their drone up early to clear out these close angles. keloqz then dashes onto the side, but chiwawa catches him. No escape from Generator from that point, though. So the man advantage does sit with the attackers and only extends further in their favor.
Yeah, it's the curse of the Jet, really. You're dashing into the site, you're taking big risks to try and give your team space. As long as they're trading effectively, as we saw there, it really doesn't matter too much. And, well, for the remaining 2 players of Excel, again, it comes down to damage. Can you hold some of these players into the site? Can you force a couple of rebuys for the next round? Can you maybe steal away a rifle for yourself? By the looks of it, the answer is no, although paTiTek actually wins that battle at range. A little bit surprised.
Line is perfect for them. Element having used his earlier. Here we go.
Run it back.
Right away, the run it back's coming out. I mean, I thought they'd wait at least a moment, but why would you? When you're able to get 2 kills that quickly with Element running it down on mid, and he's even got support. They're going to try, if they try to deal with him down below, they'll then have a bit of a problem with Mo peeking further back up on mid, and now chiwawa as well. That door being destroyed is a big problem for them, and they're going to combat that by just pushing on through, looking to take those duels, and they get a lot of them. But then in comes Element from short, catching them unaware. Mo
He'll get res.
finishing off another, and hoody, yeah, he'll get res, but he won't have an opportunity to use it. In fact, with 14 seconds left, he might not even have an opportunity to plant. Out they come to challenge. And a chance was given.
Still, almost definitely going to spot someone on the way through, and already 3 players ready and waiting. Chihuahua's down, though. These could become a problem. ozzy's fallen. Luckily, their savior, Element, has managed to find 2 and make this a little bit less of a worry. hoodie's actually going to invest the ult. I believe that brings the knives back online as long as they weren't used earlier. And you can see, I think they are. The flash straight through, though. They're not allowing the plant. They're going in for the fight. keloqz managing to find out one, and the problem now is that the time is ticking. The flash is nigh on perfect, forcing them back, and while everything just seems to be falling apart for G2.
The lockdown.
Yeah, it basically becomes a game of chicken. He's going to try and hold on to that until the lockdown goes down, and well, they're going to try and use it after the fact. Nice start from Element. The other thing to know about the last round is, sure, financially it wasn't great, but they used 3 ultimates in that round. keloqz, no, that is ridiculous. Snaps back onto the second head, gets rid of ozzy, and Element just flies over the top, and hoodie's gone as well. It really is just a brawl of these 2 jets. How many players or who can take down the most?
That spike's going to be planted. On the A side, shock darts coming in. That was the turret it was on top of, but that second one lands on nukkye. Recon as well coming through, not really netting them anything. Was that a whiffed one? Oh no. I mean, for keloqz to find that kill to Element, now what do? XL need to push out and hope that they win these fights. The barrel's being spotted, but the cage goes down. Oh, chihuahua. If he had a second longer on that cage, maybe it would have worked out, but now Mo is left with an impossible task, and There you go. The conclusion to it. 4 kills for keloqz.
And in an after plant from this position, they have to clear it. They need to kill him off before they can get absolutely anything done. By the looks of it, XL might not be willing to invest that ultimate just because of the control that's been taken. But paTiTek then clears him, and now it's left all onto AvovA again. But he's brought it back to the 1 versus 1. Back through the Molotov he goes, but he can't quite close it.
One's gonna see that no person is standing there, but that does not mean it's safe. Crossing over now, a big task. Chiwawa. Oh, he's got one nice and easy alongside Mo. Another to be found in the hands of Meddo. Remember, G2 bought up this round. They went to 0 credits. And with only 1 player left alive, it's looking like they're gonna pay a heavy price for that. With an eco to come up next and 7 rounds for XL. Almost guaranteed. This is an incredible performance in the first half by XL.
Anything, and after plant actually looking fairly likely here, and keloqz still just trying to get anything he can. nukkye will plant the peek through from hoody. Grants nothing. And now they have to try and fight back with still just pistols.
As you can see, those fights are not going very well to start with. nukkye at least able to find the first. He's got a teammate down below, but they just cannot find the opportunities. And with that, the defuse will be found.
Sometime we've been waiting for it. Here we go! The lockdown, round 10. It's finally been put in for G2. And elllement tries to make a play off the back of it. That Hunter's Fury coming through for just a second was enough. And they've even got a grab well. Chiwawa is screwed in this scenario. Finally, they managed to use that ult. And it's probably got them around.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, to be honest, I assumed there was some sort of a secondary plan for dealing with it. I thought it was a fairly binary response. If you put that Hunter's Fury down, then lockdown's going to come in. To be honest, I was holding my breath for some sort of crazy lineup moment, but I'd say that's going to be quite an aggressive play. Maybe they're going to get nukkye to try spam. No, in fact, it's a smoke that they'll play through. That kind of plays into paTiTek's hands if he has a flash, but he doesn't. Instead, he's going to go out there with his bullets and take the first one. The wall soon to fade. AvovA staying alive, but now he's caught, and hoodie's going to be last alive. They know exactly where he is, but getting this diffused through will be difficult still. Elllement covering allows it to happen. And now they're looking in towards the spawn, where paTiTek probably doesn't expect 4 players to come swinging on him any moment. Up on top of the wall he goes. He definitely wasn't expecting that. Taken down in the end, boosted, but not in a good way. And now we leave Meddo. He's trapped outside of A. The rest of the team rallying their way in. He could have some great timing as they're distracted looking towards heaven, but he's not even needed. keloqz just cleans house all by himself.
I think we've seen a couple of rounds like that. Like, honestly, the fact that G2 are about to get 4 rounds on the board, or almost solely because of the ability of this man just to win rounds for them. Like, he has had a fantastic performance thus far, and he's just carrying on. 4 kills already, looking to try and close it with an ace. I'm sure that he's going to get a little bit aggressive to try and finish it, but well, seemingly actually not overfacing here. Just waiting for the peak to come through. May even swing off, and it's actually going to be Meddo to close the round. Fantastic stuff from keloqz in that one. They have managed to get quite a lot of control here, but the rotation is very, very quick.
Well, there's the spike dropped immediately. paTiTek gets quite a bit of damage done through the smoke. Now looks towards the site where there's some players to deal with down below, namely AvovA, who's already walked away with 3. The round comes to a quick conclusion, and a pistol round needed by G2.
Dude, this is very winnable.
Oh, the drop is good, but although it gets a bullet out, Mo still survives on 16 HP. keloqz and nukkye have to make this happen. nukkye peeking down below will find the first. Low HP on Chiwawa in main. But he hasn't been spotted or heard just yet. The info's still not there, so he's able to sideswipe. That shot not landing from up above. keloqz, if he had any other weapon, it was a free kill. Astra and Killjoy, and there's only 1 player on the other side of the map, including mid. They are running into the entire team, and that run it back, I don't think they've read the right info from that. They still think there's only 1 or 2 players here, and they're going to charge on out, but that's going to be a big mistake, as hoody is getting a flank up. Chiwawa will eventually deal with him, but there's just so many players diving at them left, right, and center. Time now becomes an issue. The spike's in the open. There's 6 seconds left. They've got to run to site, and time is just about on their side. I think they've got this planted, and indeed they do. keloqz has to clutch it out with the ult, and he won't get it done. done. XL just about taken across the line. That was a tough round.
What is pistols once again? A chance for XL to get an 11th on the board. paTiTek he's just going to sit in the grab well, but it leaves him low. It won't matter. The trade's coming back and forth, and maybe it will matter.
Yeah, the instantaneous trade as Element falls. G2 have to fight back into a 4v2 with the pistols.
Oh.
It's not a problem at all. I've misspoken there, evidently, because they've just made it look like they had the better weapons. That was clean. The worst of times in at least securing the site. The Bladestorm's ability to move around is going to help a lot. And that dash is still online to play with. AvovA doesn't seem deterred at all, though, despite spotting the jet a moment ago. He is just walking around like he owns the site, and you know what? He might just... It's Chihuahua left in a 1v4 for future rounds, but shouldn't really be that much of a problem here. I see that, though. Element's charging in yet again. He's taken down in a fight, and AvovA's more than enough time to just reset and take the other two players down. I said it might not have had any impact in this round, and absolutely did. Element just had no support on the way through there. And AvovA had all the time in the world. Guy in, he's clearing danger angles. Guy's already peeking him. He's not clearing the guy jumping on a box back site. That's where the spacing was an issue. Teammates need to be clearing that. Pistols close. Little bit of danger for sure, but they've dealt with it nicely. Dropped the spike and left XL into a 2v4. That's the right.
They're ready. They are ready for any sort of backstab coming through. This was looking like a done deal just moments ago, and G2 have now brought it back to 10-10. Fall back into another take onto A.
They've spotted keloqz as well. They've got the info that he's on the backside. Okay, the molly going down into the corner. The ult's still online for now. 5 seconds as they get in towards the site. Here goes the Bladestorm, and it's dealing massive damage. Lockdown eventually detaining.
He's detained.
And I'm gonna...
That's done.
Okay, paTiTek, no time left. I was worried that a second player was going to go swinging into him almost.
Push into the side. Now, there's a res available, but that's useless at the moment to G2 because nobody's died. keloqz, though, well, he might be getting close to it because he just goes walking in with an off.
Charge in his way. I mean, ambitious, if anything, certainly prompted on by that res that's coming through now. But numbers equalized, XL have a tougher task. These weaker weapons going to be challenged once this utility goes down and things come into more ranged engagements. Chihuahua close on 50 HP, not even able to get a kill. He did connect a headshot, but no frag after, and the attackers are falling apart. All left down to Element. And on the back of the site, he couldn't hold on any longer, taking a kill and falling to Hoodie after. This defuse will be found. And G2 are on map point yet again.
About his mid, and you can see that Meddo is already watching for it, making sure that any space that's being taken will be seen. There might be a timing here. The problem is the rest of the players are being slaughtered as they look to walk through onto the site. It's now down to paTiTek to find something, and he still doesn't get the kill onto keloqz. His whole team is now gone. He's got 20 seconds to try and save this, and well, it's impossible. No spike and nothing else. G2 come back from the depths to take this in a 2-0 fashion. They now need one more, and they make it through to the VCT. Want to do well on the attack side. At the time we saw it versus Heretics, 9-3. So I wouldn't be surprised to see more of the same. And hey, for paTiTek, not a bad start at all.
Very convincing opening there. They've got the site completely, the Viper wall giving them all the cover they need, but they're going out aggressively still. Obviously, we're on the old iteration of Breeze. As you can see, the patch currently allowing Chamber to be in, but everything else is out. Neon and map changes. So no big old yellow. Oh, the side angle for Chihuahua. It's nasty, and he keeps on going. 1-0 for XL. Isolated, because even if they do swing out to help him, his teammates are going to be in the firing line of these marshals, but well handled. They're winning every single duel, not being punished at all. But just keloqz left alive. And although he might be able to get a little bit of economy damage, yeah, there's no way he gets out of it alive at all, or does anything. I'm seeing the markings go down over here towards the A side. Looks like they're heavily suspicious of a play coming out of XL, but well, they've had their suspicions confirmed in the worst possible way. Nukkye on the site, only good for the one. Chihuahua on 5 HP took that duel, and he came out of it with just as much. Still sitting in towards the halls. He has got complete control. With Ozzy low as well, this is very winnable for G2, but they need some well-placed shots right here and now. And with AvovA on 10 HP, I mean, this is starting to look like it's not going to go their way at all. They need a hero play.
Yeah, they also need to clear Chihuahua, because just his presence alone around this corner, it's an unwinnable scenario. He's going to try and use the door to his advantage, but the fact is he's just going to act as a distraction as ozzy goes in from behind and kills AvovA. It leaves just one man standing. Meddo at least able to make this one a bit more costly, but you have to bear in mind this is only a bonus round, and as long as they don't do anything silly, it's a little bit uncomfortable. I don't think there's any time anyway, but even still, it's going to be Chihuahua to close it out. 4 kills. I think that is, what, 10 kills in 3 rounds for him?
Oh, 10 and 0.
Quick math.
Timing. Is AvovA still going to be watching for him stepping forward? AvovA even has the spike. Oh, he somehow managed to evade detection even still. There's the wall, that's the peak, and nukkye has the god tier timing. Oh, this is so well handled by nukkye. The discipline, the game sense, and here's the reward. There's 3 players lined up for him. He'll take the first 2. That's easy as can be. And now XL are trapped on the site. They've got players all around them, and they just can't get out of this one. 2v3, the spike down in the open, and too many angles surely, but Chihuahua gets an off one, and now we're into a 2v2. Suddenly, this has become winnable for the attack.
Yeah, they're almost completely surrounded. nukkye, he's got the read, even after the dash away. I feel like this man is watching the same screen than I am. He knows everything that's going on, reading it perfectly, and it's left onto Chihuahua. Surely this cage is going to fade in just a second, and he's left completely in the open. No chance facing off against Meddo. He's not going to get hit by any of the KO utility. He's definitely not going to get hit because they're going in the other direction. Now, this takes the dash offline, leaves a lot to be desired. Good trade out from paTiTek, already getting them into a pretty strong position, especially now with the ult that actually allows them to cross towards the site and hold on to the connector control.
Very interesting. The problem is you can only plant in a very finite spot. You're vulnerable to spams, but none come through. Hunter's Fury providing the cover for a moment. AvovA's going to try to sneak on in. keloqz already taken down paTiTek before dropping, but ozzy is still at large inside that Viper's pit. And that's the be-all and end-all of a round like this. If you do not get ozzy out of there, the round's already done. And indeed, it will finish off like that. He's not going to be using them. And very little chance. Oh, excuse me, very little chance to. And instead try to split through. Right-click. Oh, it was so close.
30 seconds left.
The main person they have to worry about, though, is still keloqz. Bladestorm online, already managing to find a couple, but who's watching for Element up there, realistically? Well, that's not the first angle you check in an after-plunge scenario, because, yeah, it's as open as it gets. Still 2 players remaining. Hoody does have a rifle to play with now. Something, at least, that maybe they can find a kill with. They've also pinged the player in the corner, so they know exactly where ozzy is going to be. They managed to take down his screen. The fact is, though, they didn't get him.
Completely for a little bit, and they're going to take that util out almost immediately. Why is keloqz here? How's he gotten all the way up? And he's even got nukkye with him on the other side of the wall. Oh, this is so nasty. In through they go, and as keloqz is spraying away, nukkye is finishing them off, and even Meddo chiming in to help at the end. That is a fantastic round. 2v2, though, that comes from it. paTiTek still fighting for it, and they're going to get this spike back.
This seems to keep happening. Like it's like G2 have everything ready for this round. The flank, the perfect timing, the push, the spike dropped. 2v2? Like, what? How's that happened? keloqz will take down one, and that was left onto Chihuahua. He's been the star of the show so far, or 1 versus 2 to give them another round, and he's looking in the right direction, but nukkye again pops his head. And G2 have their second round. Again,
But he's on the other side of the map to where the hit's coming in. The B side about to be tested. And we said a couple of times now, the knife on Meddo is going to be a big problem if it gets hit. And it does. He's already taken the cage back, immediately aware that that was going to come through. And AvovA's then playing the secondary angle, taking a triple. This is such a nice setup from G2. And it has worked. Meddo falls and no one else does. The entire intention of XL and pushing into that site is to deal with Meddo.
Like, there's slight miscommunication with that push, because if the kill goes the other way, there's a good chance. Fast push in, Hoody definitely not having the best of days. He's just been owned almost instantly, but well, I was gonna say keloqz is not in a bad spot, but he gets pinged and destroyed.
Spike planted.
owned almost instantly, but well, keloqz has been owned almost instantly again. Vulnerability coming into ozzy. If that came in a second earlier, he was dead to the shock dart. paTiTek and ozzy now both low. Element comes to join them, gets tagged up as well. Oh, AvovA had them lined up, but he doesn't know. He hasn't got the X-ray, thankfully. He's already too good without it. Look at this. He's right behind them. Hello. AvovA's joined the party, but they haven't spotted ozzy. Eventually, he'll be seen as well. And G2 will walk out with a 5th round for free. Oh, that's really nice.
Love these.
You've got so much utility landing on Element. There was nowhere he could stand without being hit. Now he's 7 HP and a snake bite comes in. Oh, there was no escape for this man. Hit by every piece of utility under the sun. And XL getting absolutely destroyed. But here's the thing. Post-plant setups, there's too many players. They can keep swapping in and out. Yeah, you can kill them, but you've got to kill them a couple more times or they're just going to keep on defusing. 6-6 as G2 close it out.
I think that might have been a snakebite combo with it. There was an assist coming through from ozzy, and now paTiTek on the flank has already managed to find another. This looking rough, and while keloqz seemed to have a nice timing, it's left all onto nukkye, classic at this range, hoping that he can fire at every single target at once, but it isn't going to happen. XL, they'll get themselves the pistol. That's both, right?
Yes.
Both pistols for XL. A lot of information that it has to be in this direction. Tagging one up in the corner will definitely make things that little bit tougher for the remaining players on this site. And keloqz, of course, known for that space taking chiwawa, though, has been able to find one. paTiTek's found another. This is starting to fall apart with ozzy on the corner, leaving just Meddo. This was only meant to be a bonus, but he's brought it back. It might just be possible, but Element is going to catch him as he tries to cross. Well, for now at least, a low Element, but a couple of low players on the other side. And realistically, still for G2, any damage they can hope to achieve in this round would be huge. keloqz not particularly close to his ult and not going to manage to find anything either. And they are spotting every single attempt that is being made right now for the side of G2. Nice hold from chiwawa. He's having a game and a half. Like, sure, some of these have been like anti-eco kills, but it's always important that someone's just able to wipe out.
They're going to be taking this to map 4. I think that looks like a far more reasonable reality. paTiTek with a quick ulti. It's going to stop any util from coming towards him. And he's seen 3 players inside of mid. This is huge info. The whole team's rotating, but he has been dropped.
Oh, Element almost managing to find something back on the corner, but not really getting anything for it. And it is going to be an afterplot. Meddo looks back at the perfect time. It's going to give them the info of where they are, but chiwawa, he's looking to carry this team on his back. Another couple of kills coming in for the Cypher. The hard carry for this team right now. And while AvovA sat within his ult, doesn't have much help here from Meddo, just pinging a couple of players here and there, but he can't shoot out of that ult, otherwise it will give away his spot.
Last player standing.
Oh my god.
Well, he's at least got the one, but how much more can be found playing with the Vandal now? You maybe get punished, or maybe not! AvovA gets out with every single one, and at 10-7, this clutch was so needed. The knife came through.
That's perfect! It suppressed him so he gets the timing! Oh, this couldn't have gone any better. Maybe the most important piece of utility used this entire game, or while paTiTek's killed everyone as he goes anyway. He used the util and then got all of the kills. It leaves hoody on the ground, and keloqz is trying to bait him in. It hasn't really worked. It'll be 11 coming out from XL. We thought that it was going to be the big play from Element in the end, but it turns out that that was just a paTiTek round.
Of keloqz. I'll say he hasn't been great with it so far here on Breeze, though. And AvovA's gone down. 3 versus 2 still. chiwawa. There's the kill they need. They've now got an angle from both sides. All they need to do is win their respective duels. And it's keloqz on the op that worries me. If he can find a shot, he even has the Blade Storm to go back to if necessary. He misses the first, but Meddo's quick to return and leave paTiTek alone. Monumental player for this XL squad so far. He finds the first time against him, Blade Storm, but down goes the fragment. He knows keloqz has to push around the side. He's waiting for the peek, but keloqz doesn't believe he's sticking it. Walks in eventually. Time is low, but he's got that nice and comfortably.
Pretty good execution from G2. It's just a shame that they didn't manage to pull it over the line. Some solid retake. Well, goodbye. This time he is ready for these peaks. They've gone for a similar sort of force out of the corner, but elllement is going to take 3. It does not work twice. No Hunter's Fury to kill him this time, and I bet they wish they had it.
No, there's no way. There's just no way. AvovA, you gotta go huge. Vandal in hand, he finds the first, and up goes the wall, but that flank is going to shut down most plant possibilities. 20 seconds left. I mean, there's not a lot of time. Even to cycle that Viper utility. And they're going to need it if they're going to plant open for spawn. No, they're not. AvovA's just going to go running through on the back of the flash. A little bit late. But it comes down to a 1v2. It's winnable for hoody. He knows where one player is. He knows where the second is too, but he won't be able to connect anything. XL find this one 13-7, a map that we expected them to win. G2 put up a good fight, but just not good enough.
So we'll see how it's going to go this time. I think a lot of this will actually rely on paTiTek. How he's going to perform in this one. AvovA, he shot a bullet, and well, he's going to be spotted. paTiTek will get the heal up as well, so putting himself in a great spot.
Planted.
With that spike planted, XL start to fall back, but they're going to run into keloqz here. Or keloqz is going to run into them. With Meddo falling, though, it might not matter about the flank if there's nothing to slow them down in front. keloqz doing damn well. Leaves it down to just elllement, and they almost know where he is. At least they suspect it, and he's got to make a play now, getting the space over towards pipes, but keloqz was too quick. What a fantastic pistol round from this young gun.
As anyone else that they're going to be waiting, timing going to be the main factor here, and for AvovA, it's free. I've even got some utility to try and deny this. I like that they had a shot dart behind the nano just to catch him as he tried to run away. There are some lovely combos.
He's broken the UI.
Coming in here.
He got a 3.
Yeah, he has. He got 3, and then afterwards it didn't. That's weird. They still have a hold ready, and now nukkye's got an operator, and well, let's be real, he's no slouch.
Yeah, element's gone as well. This is a massive problem for XL. Getting onto this site will be tough, but they've taken down hoody. It's a good first step. They still have the wall online. That's where the nano swarm slows, delays, eliminates paTiTek from afar. With an operator, G2 are miles ahead. This round is basically theirs. Someone needs to step it up, and ozzy's been hurt. They know exactly the surprise strategy he was trying to deploy, and they'll catch him in the act. 4-0. Only 2 players lost from G2.
But it was in a round where they could afford to take them. And because they've not really been caught by any of them, they've tried them in other rounds as well with like really fast flanks coming through. It's ended up as a bit of a problem. Bladestorm should at least be able to isolate one, and the trades are going back thick and fast, at least, again, making things costly for G2, but you're looking at a 5-0 start on your defensive side.
To get into, but they sort of pigeonholed themselves by not having any control elsewhere.
nukkye's the one to get pinged up, get tagged, but there's actually a tag in response. ozzy goes down, and AvovA's still just lurking within the shadows, landing every shot that's put upon him. Now the full force of G2 is waiting, and well, there is a reason that a lot of people do not go pushing into a Viper's pit, especially one like that with elevated control. Chiwawa, he knows he needs to get the first kill, and I like the attempt. It's just a nice idea. Not going to get anything for it.
Making noise, getting spotted by a drone, and then continuing to sit there. Because if your opponents have pushed behind, you're gone. You need at least a lurker or some utility to cover your back, then make sure they haven't pushed. They didn't have that. XL took a lot of risks. Now, though, they got a lot of kills. No dash online for keloqz. Sorry, you're gone. And XL come from one of the worst rounds we've seen to possibly one of the best. They just run over the B site and leave AvovA, try and clutch it all.
Have you ever seen Rush well before?
Yes, actually, a fair few times. Yeah.
Damn it. Called my bluff.
Yeah, it was a good attempt.
I don't know what AvovA's hoping for here. Gonna try and take some space. As well, they're gonna push into it though. Both tagged up low. Now there is a lurk coming in from behind, but he's just gonna try and stick this halfway. At least get it a little bit further. No, he's just going for the whole thing all the way through. No way, AvovA. No way you have just done that. That was a 1 versus 5, right? Or at least 4.
Oh my god.
That was just like a nice.
Nice. Yeah, exactly what it is. Nice.
Oh no.
That's going to haunt XL for a very, very long time. That should have been over a long time before that. And well, keloqz knows that they're still pushing in this direction. He's going for the same play again. Didn't work the first time. Let's see how it goes the second time. Almost exactly the same. It seems like that might not be the best strat. Don't worry, AvovA's alive. It's fine.
Chiwawa was like, bro, I've got my ult. I'm gonna put the Viper's pit down. He just came running over with the Viper's pit in his hand. I don't know what he was thinking. Well, there's no way that they clutch this one. AvovA with one more player than the previous one before. But
they're not pushing it this
they
time.
haven't run through the snake bite, so yeah, big improvement.
Oh, God. Oh, well. Thankfully, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They rush B a second time. Hold back. Just basically just going, okay, you're going to use that. I'll use this in response. There, it's instant. Who could have seen that coming?
No, I think completely unpredictable actions going out there. nukkye able to eliminate ellement. Chihuahua's going to try to find some space around the back. And he has done exactly that by eliminating Meddo. Now, sneaking his way out right into keloqz line of sight. And a second will be found with nukkye side-swiping ozzy. 7-1. You thought it was bad enough, but G2 have come back and found an 8.
To pull off the retake within the Viper's pit, so... It seems like in a lot of these rounds there's been opportunities. It hasn't worked out, and while hoody left behind, gonna manage to get himself one, drop the spike, get the info, pinged up as well as elllement. Oh no, the timing couldn't have been any worse. He waits for the final ping so that he can throw the smoke down, and then he gets pre-fired by Meddo anyway, and keloqz is still lurking around. Mo, well, he's got to pull off a miracle, and we saw a few whiffs, a few misses here and there, but eventually we knew it was coming. Always were. Always will.
Oh my God. keloqz was ready for it. Oh, he's ready for that too. Oh God, someone stop this guy. He's got 4 kills already and looking for the ace. keloqz has got it. 10-1. What a way to finish off this half, essentially. Challenge, he'll be active for the retake. The wall to be broken, she can be seen. The ponytail visible. They even catch her on the way back. Okay, ozzy gets found. But keloqz taken down. He was trying a late flank and he's being spotted. Great blade storm out from elllement. It's a little late, but looks like XL have finally got a second round.
Oh, Meddo. Taking their time.
Well, here they come. But he has spotted one down below, but they're not winning any of these duels. XL are coming out ahead, and then some. With only hoody left, there wasn't much hope at all. XL find a third at long last.
Killed. If they get out of it with that, I think they're going to be fairly happy. And oh, the first one comes through too. Come by very quickly. They've digged up elllement. Not like this, XL. This was looking like an unwinnable position. And now keloqz has just found another Mitch. It's all falling apart.
Right here.
This has not gone according to plan even slightly. G2 have everything to work with here when it comes to time. Low HP on a bunch of these players. Shock dart going out to try and find one. keloqz dashes out, but he won't connect the shot. Here comes the health for paTiTek. He's back up to pretty much full. They're not baited out at the start, but now they're going to have to push. Maybe it's being diffused. They've spotted that it isn't. They'll try to run the clock, but it's only AvovA left. And he's being spotted now. The defuse well and truly underway. And with paTiTek on essentially full HP.
Rifles has managed to start things off at least. paTiTek playing close. Elir could be everything here if he could find something through the edge of it. But nukkye's actually going to go pushing, and he's found by paTiTek as well. These stars are shining for XL once again, leaving it all onto Meddo. And this time he gets nothing. XL win the round that was crucial.
In particular, look at the amount of times this guy is able to either garner information for his team by directly pinging people or just go super aggressive, knowing that he has the ability to fall back. This time he doesn't because his teammates are there with him, and XL completely dominate those duels on that defensive side, and XL now get a chance to step up massively. There's elllement for 2, and he's dashed out as well. Spike down, gorgeous start.
They've locked them in. The wall just making things irritating, setting him up to not be wrapped on. AvovA still managing to get the trade. looking to try and clear some of these other angles. The problem is getting into their own after plant becomes quite a bit more difficult with their current positions, and paTiTek insta-healing the second he gets the kill. He could take some more risks here. AvovA, though, managing to find another. The problem is sticking this plant will inevitably be his demise. To hold on to this site, it's going to be fairly difficult. They're actually going to use the lockdown in this one. So G2 playing for that after plant. The Hunter's Fury likely just going to get rid of it. The elevated angle doesn't do anything. And while it probably will still grant them a plant, whether they get much more. Hoody is so good with the Marshal, it's actually not fair.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, this guy came into the game as a jet operator player. He was a CSGO off player for a long time, so no surprise to see him perform well with the scope. But he needs to hit a couple more nice shots now as the retake has started. XL traded out on the first, at least with Mo falling. The Blade Storm from afar, delivering even more. Great round from keloqz. One of the only players that can really fight on range. Another one, though, is nukkye, because he's got this Hunter's Fury. Oh, he's hitting all the tags. 20 HP left on ellement. Now down to 14, and he's about to get shot in the... Shot somewhere. Maybe. There we go. Shot in the face by Meddo. It happened just a little bit later. Solo this side of the map. Look how quickly everybody moves to try to get back over here.
Oh, that's cursed. Everything in this round is just cursed. First peek into a firing squad, missed shot with the ult. You're gonna get caught by a turret. Everything's gone wrong. Every single. At least ellement managed to get one. If they win this round, it will be a miracle, because it seems like everything that could have gone bad in this round has gone bad. Elllement, though, he's found another. He's giving them that little bit of hope, and keloqz not connecting his initial shot gives them a bit more space.
Oh, they didn't actually manage to take ozzy down while he was peeked up, but nukkye is just too clean. In there for a triple. keloqz with the other two. 12-7 we go. Now 5 opportunities for G2 to close this out. And
God, it's spot on. There's no way they expect everyone to be here, but I think they've all been spotted now. I think every single member of it has been seen, but it may not matter. keloqz is going to trade the first out. One just sat in the snakebite is going to take so much damage, and AvovA, well, he knows the second anyone touches a snakebite, they're automatically dead with this man around. Rez coming through, peeking from chiwawa. He's got his 4th kill of the round, and now it's left all onto nukkye. He's one of the people you definitely want. AvovA obviously being the other. He might still be able to bring this home, but he shoots between the two.
With if he wants. Yeah, it's going to be put down. It's been heard. The nanoswarm buys them time. Nice try. I appreciate the attempt coming out of keloqz, but a lot more needs to be done here. Spike about to be defused. Shot's not landing. It's already halfway. It's already halfway. He's just going to stick it. And XL get away with another round. 12-9. Clearing anybody out of corners. But XLR gradually shifting away from this site. Now's the perfect time to push. As these players are caught moving away, paTiTek will grab one, elllement with another, and now they just need to play post-plant. No need to run in.
Wow. This definitely has not gone great on the execution. An attempt being made by keloqz. Oh, he actually manages to get the fadeaway headshot onto one of them, giving an opportunity for the plant, but down to just 1 remaining knife to try and land, or 2. It didn't matter. He missed both of them anyway. Meddo has found another with the rifle, but it eventually falls onto one. nukkye, he may have himself a Hunter's Fury, but it's not going to play a part in this one. A rifle picked up. He goes on the swing. It leaves down to him versus chiwawa. The 1v1 potentially closing the series. He looks back and he turns around. Perfectly played from nukkye. And they are going to get themselves the victory on Icebox. A 13-9 scoreline, and G2 head their way through to the VCT.
Some of that was incredible from nukkye. I mean, this series was really and truly a shining... He was a shining light, but you look at nukkye, or you look at keloqz, sorry, on the other side. This guy, wow. His Blightstorm maybe not having the impact in the final round that I was hoping for, but even still, that little dash into the one-tap, so much fun to watch this young gun play. And I have to say, I'm so happy he's back on the roster. One of the more confusing roster changes we've had in recent times, and you see exactly why. This guy brings the value of 3 players to the server.